Imagine that you're on a ship. Maybe you're a sailor or one of the passengers. Okay, now picture the waves crashing around the boat. What is it like? Can you feel the cold, salty water splash your face? You lean over the rail, hoping to catch a glimpse of some strange sea creature. You can open your eyes now. I am a bookworm, an escape artist, a dreamer, and a believer in all things fictional. Some people ask me why I read so much, why I'm so antisocial. Just for the record, I am not antisocial. I'm one of those people that you would call an extrovert. I really love hanging out with all my friends, but sometimes I can't. So when I do have to stay at home, books give me a place to go. The summer that I turned 4, my oldest sister Amanda decided that she didn't want to wait for my mom to teach me how to read. So she stepped up and taught me herself. Ever since then, I have loved reading. And that love for reading grows every day. Did you know that books are time machines? It's true. You can go pretty much anywhere you want when you're reading a book. Say you wanted to meet someone famous from history, like Amelia Earhart, Pocahontas, or Davy Crockett. Well, guess what? I've met them all. And I haven't just met them. I've actually become them. I've been George Washington, bravely leading the United States troops into battle. I've been Neil Armstrong, the first man to walk on the moon. And I have been Joan of Arc, martyr for my beliefs. That's what I love about reading. I can be 1,000 different people in 1,000 different places in the short span of a few hours. There's some books that you just read, some you actually enjoy, but then there are those that just swallow you up, heart and soul. Those are the kind of books that I love to read. There are many different kinds of books in the world: instructional, geographical, historical, biographies, fairy tales, romance novels, school books, high adventure novels, poetry. You get the point. But my favorite kind of book is the kind that you pick up to read for just a few minutes, and then hours later, you look up and realize you have a life. A real life. I like books that make me laugh and cry all at the same time. And books that don't just make me want to read them, but they make me want to crawl inside and live in the story forever. Who here likes watching movies? Okay, well, if you think about it, books are just like movies, but they're better. Trust me. In a movie, you already see what everybody looks like, what kind of places they're in. But in a book, not only do you get to decide what everyone looks like, but you also get to decide what color the flowers are, what shape the trees are, and even what color the sky is. Like, you could imagine the sky to be purple for all I care. Who's to tell you otherwise? I mean, come on. What's better than getting to say whether or not a dog looks like a cat or an elephant looks like a mouse? Here are a few of the books or series that I have found and that I really love. The 100 Covered series by N.D. Wilson, about a young boy who goes on adventures with his cousins, and he finds out who he truly is. The Elsie Dinsmore series by Martha Finley, about a young girl living in the 1800s. She's reunited with her father after years of never knowing him. The Anne of Green Gables series by Ella Montgomery, about a spry, witty, red-headed girl who gets adopted by an elderly brother and sister. And the Redwall series by Brian Jacks, about talking animals who have sword fights and go on adventures together. That one is really fun to imagine. Now, you might all be wondering, what makes a book really good? I'm glad you asked, because I was about to tell you that. First of all, a good book catches your attention at the very beginning. It invites you to sit and stay a while. A good book describes things so well that even someone with no imagination at all can picture what's happening in their minds. A good book has great character development. It It has characters that you can sympathize with, characters that bloom and grow, not just physically, but spiritually too. A good book helps you appreciate the little things in life. It can open your mind up to new ideas and encourage you to chase your dreams. Reading is like dreaming with your eyes wide open. Oscar Wilde said, "If one cannot enjoy reading a book over and over again, there's no point in reading it at all." Now, some people, if you're really techie, like to use your phone or tablet to read a book. But digital books can't contain spilt tears, or pressed flowers between the pages, or have coffee stains. There is nothing like a real live book. A good friend of mine told me the other day that he went to visit the school. While he was there, he was taken to the library. All that was in that room was a bunch of tables. When he asked them where all the books went, they said, "Oh, we've gone completely digital. All of our students use iPads." Now, as a passionate bookworm, this is a huge concern for me. What happens in 50 years when digital books are the only thing people go for, and we no longer have the paper book? I sincerely hope that people will not lose sight of the incredible value of the paper book and continue to use it above digital devices. Now, you may not be the kind of person that likes to sit down and read a book. Maybe it's too boring or too much like school or work. But I want to challenge you to find a book and read it with your mind wide open and your imagination on. Not a book on your phone or tablet, but one with real paper and real ink. Try to put yourself in the character's shoes, as if you were really living the story. And maybe, just maybe, you fall in love with reading and become a bookworm like me. Come, help me bring back a love for reading that has been lost.